The martyrs of history were not foolish. And our honored dead who gave their lives to stop the advance of the Nazis didn't die in vain. Where then is the road to peace? Or the simple answer after all? You and I have the courage to say to our enemies, there is a price we will not pay. There is a point beyond which they must not.
So, but however, you recommended, I think, to me the book Common Sense, right?
Oh yeah, Common Sense, Thomas Paine.
Yeah, he kind of lays it out pretty like he because the idea of independence kind of goes silly when it like when you go to the extreme, because I can't do many things on my own. And he was like, it takes one man to cut down a tree, but he can't carry it away.
It's true.
That's pretty much all you need to know about the function of society.
Yes.
You need at least another guy to carry the log.
Oh yeah.
You just can't.
Yeah. Well, and then that was the difference, is that for the majority of human history, it was, hey, you're going to cut down this tree, and you over there, you're going to help him, and if you don't, I'm going to take all your land and burn down your farm, and kill your family. Now it's like, if we could, and it comes from a Christian ideal and a Christian society. The founding fathers over here talked about that very much. You can't really have a free society that's not a Christian society, or at least based in that ethic. And for the longest time, even if you weren't Christian, you at least grew up in that and were a beneficiary of that way of thinking. Not so much now. It's looked at as an enemy of the state. So
yeah, just the other day when Musk bought when he bought Twitter and what's her name? One of the Democrat candidates. Warren, Elizabeth Warren.
Pocahontas.
She was like, it's a threat to democracy when a tech billionaire gets so much power. Yeah, when it's not your billionaire, right?
Exactly. If it was Warren Buffett, it would be the greatest thing in the world. Or if it was Jeff Bezos, they would have zero problem at all.
Yeah, but that's how it was just half a year ago.
Yep. Yeah.
And then it was not a threat to democracy at all. It was they helped the government to keep people in line, and that's a good thing.
Exactly. Yeah, it was textbook fascism when the corporations and the government merged, to stifle liberty and everything else like they did, because that's exactly what they did for the last 2 years, until they finally found out the money ran out and there was nothing else they could hide behind. So now it's like whistling past the graveyard, like they never were involved. Yeah, I don't think so. Which brings me to an interesting thing. Have you seen? There's a show on Netflix called Dope Sick. Have you heard of it?
Dope Sick? No.
It's about back in the mid 2000s, early 2000s, for about 10 years, especially in the rural parts of the country. Whenever they came out with OxyContin, that everybody got addicted to it, and the people. Is
that when we talk about the opiate epidemic? Yes. Is that the same stuff? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Yep. So they knew it was addictive, but they kept lying about it and telling the doctors to prescribe more because their sales were through the roof because it's an opiate. So yeah, it's going to work, but you're also going to get addicted if you're going to get
a big monkey on your shoulder.
Exactly. So it's a really interesting show about, like these guys, they knew, though, but they were telling everyone, we're just following the science. We're just this is what the data says, but they
just like with the racism.
Yes, they knew they were lying.
Yeah, they always.
We said this over and over again for years, the last 2 years, and now like, well, no, you're a danger to society. We have to get you. You can't say that. So we're going to kick you off, even though, like Robert Malone, the guy who made the technology for mRNA vaccines.
Yeah.
I better be careful what I say before Twitch goes.
Yeah.